How's it going, everyone? It's time once again for a weekly watch list. What this is my favorite setup for upcoming week, the exact levels I'm going to be trading, basically my game plan. So let's just get right into this, everyone. So we're going to take a look at SPY here, ticker SPY. Probably my favorite ETF to day trade, ETF/stock with options. You can trade ES futures based off these levels as well. So this is the main area I'm looking for a bounce, right? This is the demand. I'm going to be watching it, see how we react down there for a possible call or ES long entry. It's worth noting we do have an hourly trend line formed here. As you can see, I have it marked out. We could possibly bounce there, but higher probability bounce area for me is this area down here. I have all-time high marked out. Wouldn't be surprised if we hit it this coming week. Keep in mind, this is a short week. The market is closed tomorrow on Monday. Putting this out a little bit early for you all, so you have plenty of time to get these levels started out and have your own game plan ready. Next on the list, QQQ. Okay, I have a bounce area at 399.6, okay? I know this chart looks a little confusing. Let me break this down really quickly. I charted out this small uptrend on the hourly time frame you can see here, and I marked out this 4-hour trend as you can see down here. This is going to be more significant. We'll definitely be looking for a bounce once we approach that level in the future. I have it marked out on NQ futures as well. I'll show you that just in a second. But my game plan for QQQ this week, I might trade NQ based off these levels. We'll see. 399.5 area bounce for calls or longs. Possible short is right here, everyone. Pay attention. I don't want to take this initial breakdown. I want to wait for something like this. Push down, pull back up, retest that area. That's where I want to confirm my short entry if I do short this, because a lot of times it'll break, come back up and reclaim immediately. I like to see it come back up, retest that for a possible short entry there. Very simple, but it works. This is what is proven to work for me. So let's focus on this and wait on confirmation. Just don't enter. Let's focus on quality over quantity, okay? Okay, now let's look at these SPX levels. Then we're going to look at ES futures and NQ futures, okay? These are the key 3 levels for this week. This is my bounce area for calls or ES longs. You can trade SPX calls, SPY calls, or ES longs based off this level. Okay, just to clarify that. So 4740 area for a possible bounce. Honestly, I like longs. If we can reclaim this level here, we have a little resistance at this 4800 and this 4793 area. But if we can get above this, it looks good for long. Same thing here. We can wait on a break above, retest for a long entry. I may, try a little early entry and just add to my trade as we go above this 4793 area again. If we reject this, we come back down and lose this, I'll just simply get out, right? But I'm looking for us to push up, possibly reach that all-time high this coming week. I'm not set in stone, right? I'll change my game plan a little bit. Perfectly okay just taking a bounce down here. That makes sense. I don't need the all-time high to make this week profitable. That's why we have our levels. We identify these key areas. We know how to confirm in them, and that's what we trade. We don't let bias affect our trades. So on ES, this is the current supply zone, right? We come up, hit it on the hourly. So I'm just going to be watching the same thing here, right? Once we get above this, I'm going to be watching SPX levels more closely than I do the actual ES. I just prefer trading SPX levels using ES more than I do just looking at ES. If that makes sense at all, I just do better trading SPX levels. This is supply. So ideally, if we can catch a reversal coming out of this, that's textbook, right? We want to take shorts inside of supply. Now, if we get above this, reclaim this, that's out the window. That's no longer an option. Be looking more for that retest, just like we talked about on SPX. I'm sorry if it sounds a little complicated. It's really not. Really basic trading. All we need to understand: volume, price action, supply and demand, really, and basic support and resistance. Nothing complicated about this. Spent my weekend back testing and studying charts. Feeling really confident in the upcoming week. Trying to add a few more things to help confirm my trades to add more probability. Win rate is great this year so far. A lot of my trades have been a minimum of 3-to-1 risk to reward. Took one on Friday, was right at a 4-to-1 risk to reward. I'm really happy about that trade. Now let's take a look at NQ. So here is the 4-hour trend lines I have marked out. You can clearly see them. Let's just look at the 4-hour. This is probably my favorite setup for this week. NQ, you can trade QQQ options based off these levels. I want to see this come down, retest. or come up and reject. Basic trading, but that is some solid levels. I'm definitely going to be watching, for reject or bounce off these 4-hour trend lines. Keep in mind, higher the time frame, the more dominant them levels are. And that's all I got for this week. Let's keep it simple. Be sure to tune into my Instagram live. I go live roughly around 8 a.m. Eastern Time to about 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time. We create a watch list. I answer questions. We just have a good time, honestly. So be sure to check that out. And if you want to join Team Bull, we're a private community now. You have to join the waiting list. It takes like 5 seconds. No commitment. If you change your mind later on, just go join that. Sign up. I'll leave a link in the description for you. Also, when we do open up, you can get in. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.